Hello there everybody, welcome back to Return of the Nerd. Today we are going to attempt the impossible. We're going to talk about the avalanche of items that have just been revealed to us and still today. It is currently Sunday and I'm looking at the Marvel Legends reveals. So there's going to be me, Cartman and my coffee. We're going to get through most of the items. I cannot talk about everything, otherwise it's gonna take me like 2 hours. I will say this: since I've been watching Comicons, and that's only been over the past 5 years, because that's when I was thinking about setting up my business and getting back into collecting again. This year was the best so far. I mean, by a long shot. So some of the things I'm going to talk about are going to be pretty obvious, and some of them not so obvious. We'll start with I'm going to start with the Vintage Collection, because wow, we got so much new stuff, and I'm kind of, well, it's just a theory, but Hasbro did lose, like, as a company they lost, like, I think it was like 4 billion, okay? And so they've really have to give themselves a boot up the backside. I can't help thinking that what we saw this year is reflects them trying to get their credibility back, and to prove to us that they can make the things that we want. Because last year or the year before, I was like, what did we get? And I can't even remember because it wasn't memorable. It was boring. John Favreau's face sculpt on another heavy infantry Mandalorian, which we've had so many times already. Boba Fett painted black in a box with a window with no plastic, which is just, what the hell was that? Just completely not creative, repacks, repaints. But this year was different. This year I didn't get that vibe. This year I just thought, wow, you actually gave us some brand new stuff. So let's start with the obvious, the Blurrg. This is like almost 5 years too late, and you go to any comment section on social media where someone's talking about this particular figure, and everyone will say the same thing. Why the hell did this not come out in 2020? Season 1 was so popular with Star Wars. Like, the whole of Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 basically pumped life back into the franchise. Hasbro, you should have just gone to town. I felt like back then you were still focused on prequel and original trilogy characters, and you were overemphasizing, you were over-focusing on that, and you should have been doing more to satisfy the need of the new Mandalorian fans. So that was a big mistake. This Blurrg looks amazing. The pictures that people have taken, they've attended the Comicon, so you've got some really clear images, even though they're inside a display case behind a window. I mean, they're fantastic pictures. And then we have the actual glamour shots from Hasbro themselves. It really is so nice. He's got the Blurrg. I like the mouth on this thing, and I'm wondering, does it open and close? I'm not sure. The teeth and the tongue, the detail there is just amazing. I like the reptile kind of scaly skin on the back of the the back legs. He has he even has a saddle. I mean, Hasbro could have cheaped out and just had no saddle, but this looks really cool. This is obviously from the scene with where he and Quill go to the place where Baby Grogu is, and at that time we don't know that it's Baby Grogu. He's just called the Asset, and so that was a really cool scene. So we've got to get 2 of them, right? Because you need one for Quill and one for Din Djarin. This is going to be very popular. I'll be putting this up for pre-order as soon as I get more info. The next one, oh yeah, by the way, it also fits with inside. If you have a Razor Crest, you were lucky enough to order one, the HasLab Razor Crest, it fits inside. I don't know if you can fit two inside, but one can fit at least. So we got those images from Mr. Stevie, who works for the Hasbro team, and we'll go on and we'll talk about the next obvious one that really stood out, which is the Armorer playset, which is giving me old Kenner vibes. I love it. It's it's not so detailed. Like if you look at the rock, the wall that it comes with, you know, because they're supposed to be down in a cave and it's their secret lair. No one knows where they exist. They're like a covert, you know, clan, and the actual, like the plastic, the big pieces look very basic. The rock face, but I do like that you've got the Mythosol skull in silver, or is that supposed to be Beskar, and that's on, you know, right behind where the Armorer has her furnace. And I love the furnace. I love all the other little accessories you get with it. And the pictures here are very clear. So the furnace, actually, let's zoom in a bit. There's like a little side cabinet where she keeps all of her tools. I think the tongs are removable and you can put them into the cabinet, and the cabinet can open and close. And then on the back, the rest are just like decal stickers, and you get two Mandalorian helmets which are resting on the counter. It's like she's just made them and they're ready for to be given to the you know, a youngling or whoever is deserving of these new helmets. We shall save some for the foundlings. This is the way. It looks really nice, and the packaging's beautiful. I love the packaging on this one. So I think that the Blurrg and also the Armorer set are like going to be super popular. And again, this is something that should have come out many moons ago, Hasbro. This should have come out, you know, after season 1 in 2020, or at least in 2020 or 2021. And yeah, it would have sold like crazily. So it's weird that they're doing this now. I feel like they're just trying to make up for like the mistakes that they made. The Armorer's Forge, right, that's what it's called. Yeah, a forge. She's like a blacksmith, right? So it's a forge. You get three, actually. You get 3 helmets. One's yellow, one's red, and one's green, which is nice. So, and people have been saying, could you stop with the blue helmets? We have every single Mandalorian, you know, comes with a blue helmet. Enough with the blue helmets. So it's nice to have a different color. It just looks great. I can't wait to get this one and put it up on my store. What else have we got here? Those two are like my favorite. Then, okay, let's talk about what was revealed earlier on this week. Hasbro Pulse. Emily did a video. It's on YouTube. You can go watch it. It's really interesting. It's the Imperial light cruiser, Moff Gideon ship from season 2. And it's a corridor scene, and I love it because it reminds me of the Tantive 4, and that was a really good diorama set, very popular. The box I don't like very much because it's a little bit misleading. You know, you've got like you know, a lot of figures in there. You've got Imperial Stormtroopers, Cosco Reeves, Bo-Katan, and even Fennec Shan. Just like it's a scene from that last episode, but these are not included in the actual box set. You only get one, which is the Privateer. I feel like, why is the Privateer even in this scene? Because that's, I mean, if you go back and watch season 2, there were no Privateers on that ship. It's a little bit weird. But I guess that they, you know, the Privateer, they want to repack that one and help people to army build. So I guess you could set it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be the Imperial light cruiser hallway. It could be, use your imagination, it could be the Venator class ship. It could be any Imperial ship, and you could I just like the fact that it's modular, and you can like buy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them and just like kind of snap them all together in different configurations, and then you can have like an entire battle scene and go crazy. So you could go back and do that scene with in the Clone Wars season 7, Darth Maul just ripping the doors off and pummeling the clone troopers with them. That was a good scene. I mean, anything you know, we could do. Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of Dark Troopers that came with their individual containers, which fit together. And if you've got you know, like a whole load of them, I guess you could probably find some way to kind of snap that, or kind of like fit that in, so it looks like it's actually part of the diorama, the playset, and that would look super cool. And you can have Luke come in and then slash them to pieces, and you can yeah, I think there's just so much you can do with this. I like the lights, the red lights, and you've got like the stickers on the side. Yeah, this is really nice. I noticed that the main entrance with the two, like the kind of triangular shaped doors that slide open, what does that remind you of? That's the bunker, isn't it? That's the they've made good use of the entrance to last year's Endor bunker playset. Very good. So bravo to this one. I will definitely be getting this one as well for myself, and it will be going up on my store. Now let's turn our attention to see now the deluxe. Cobb Vanth was revealed, and we were shown an image of this humongous card back, which I think is a better way to go. So does this mean that from now on there are no more of those boxes? Because for the last year or so, deluxe packs have come in a box with the tissue paper, and I know that there are a lot of vintage collection people that just really just don't like that. They want to have the option to be able to, because you're like a lot of TVC collectors, the whole point is to have it in the bubble and display it on your wall. I just feel that the Cobb Vanth looks amazing. The detail on this is incredible. I mean, in the Black Series, the Cobb Vanth is also an incredible figure, the first one that came out. And to get this on with a bubble on a card back, it is just incredible. So, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that when it says, because it says deluxe card coming mainline full 2024, I'm just hoping that from now on all the deluxes look like this and they have card backs with bubbles. That would just be so much better for the collectors. Okay, so that's VC343. Can't wait to get my hands on that. Let's move on to right, let's do some individual action figures. So we've got Bo-Katan, which is a repack, but she comes with the dark saber, because this is now the Mandalorian season 3. So the card back represents her in the Mandalorian season 3, and it says on the pillbox, Bo-Katan cries, and in brackets it's the name of the planet, Plazar 15. Okay, so if you're a completionist, you'll probably want to get that. If not, I know that Bo-Katan has already come out in the 3.75, and you probably have it already. I remember Emily did say that the dark saber on this one is less bendy and gummy and more like stiff and hard, that was a major complaint. Like, I got the rescue set and I was really kind of pissed off with Moff Gideon comes with the Darksaber, and it was so bendy and it was just warped. When I took it out of the pack, and it was literally like this, and I was like, what? Oh, I hate this. This needs to be harder. And so we've been promised that this is going to be a high quality, very stiff Darksaber, and that's good. And same in the Black Series, please. Consistency, Hasbro. Right, let's move on to, there was also a Din Djarin for season 3. So this one is, we've got Din Djarin with this time he comes with a white jetpack, because in season 3 he loses his own jetpack and then he beats up one of the Imperial commandos, you know, the henchmen that are working for Moff Gideon. And he uses that to fly around. So, and apparently this one's got the barbell hips, which none of the other Mando. It's such a shame that Hasbro have released so many Din Djarin figures in both, you know, the Black Series and TVC. And in the TVC, none of them have the nice barbell hips, but this one does. So we just got this one. Grrr. But it looks pretty cool. The card back, I don't think it looks that good. It's too dark. I think they could have done a better job with the image on the card back. It's too dark. I can't see what's going on. But anyway, yeah, he's got a soft. His cape is soft fabrics, which is beautiful. Please keep that. The next one, I think weren't there two. I think there were two Din Djarins which were pipelined. There was another one, but I can't find it here. I think it was to do with, oh, it's the Blurrg, isn't it? Now, this is the question, does the Blurrg come with a Mandalorian figure in it? I'm not 100%, let me see what it says. Okay, yes, I'm looking at the outside packaging. It says Blurrg, which I always spell wrong. It's got two R's. I always spell B-L-U-U-R-G. But it says Blurrg and the Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian this has a card back. and the image on this is nice because it's actually him riding on top of the Blurrg. And yeah, that will be a nice one. So plenty of Din Djarins for you to collect. Let's move on to what else? What haven't we mentioned? Oh yeah, the Imperial. There's a jetpack trooper from Jedi Survivor, the video game, which I like the look of very much. The only thing that looks weird is that I saw this on the I saw the 3D rendered images and I was like, looks nice. But then someone had taken a picture from inside the display cabinet and he was holding the blaster and his head was turned one way and his body was turned the other way, and he's got the pipes, the two pipes which connect to his, I don't know, life support unit, whatever that is, but that's supposed to be stuck on his chest, right? But I think that it's not, and it actually just dangles freely. So when you turn his head, that actual section just swivels around and that doesn't look good. I think that you need to make, well, Hasbro, you could have made longer pipes and made them a little bit more flexible so that when you do move the trooper's head, you know, he wants to turn to the left or turn to the right or even, you know, tilt up and down, that this is on his chest, it stays there, and those pipes are flexible and they can move around and allow him to freely get into those posing positions, because otherwise this is going to look really bad for toy photography. Photographers are going to have to use some tack and they're going to have to stick that down on the chest, right? So if anybody knows for sure, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section, but that's what it looked like from the images I got. So, let's have a look at the next one. We have got, this is really nice. I'm loving all the Shriek-Hawk Mandalorians that are coming out from, even though I did not enjoy the Mandalorian season 3, I thought that it was, to be honest, I thought it was crap. Because, you know, Jon Favreau really did CPR on Star Wars. You know, seasons 1 and 2, he breathed life back into the franchise. And then what happened in season 3? Kathleen Kennedy, please step down. Did I just say that out loud? Anyway, so the Shriek-Hawks, yes, aesthetically, I think they're all beautiful. They look really nice. I like that they have soft capes and they have the each one has their own individual, you know, like paint on the helmet and stuff. And this is going to be a beautiful 4-pack. And this is the convention style packaging that we haven't seen for a while. And it reminds me of the one, the most popular one we had, I think, so far was when we had the 501st. Was it the triple ARC Trooper pack. We had ARC Trooper Echo, Captain Rex, and Jesse. Was it Jesse or Fives? I can't remember, but that was beautiful, really beautiful. And this is the same style, and people really dig this. So this will be highly collectible. Again, this is all going up on my store site as soon as I get the chance. Let's have a look at Thrawn. So we've got Thrawn in the 3.75, but this time with the with the live action digital face sculpt. It looks really, really good. And I think, isn't there an Ahsoka? Yes, Ahsoka Tano, and she's wearing her grey white outfit. And I've been complaining or moaning in my videos that we keep getting generic Mandalorian Ahsokas, which is true, and I'm so happy now we finally have a different version of Ahsoka, and it'll be nice to get one of her as we see her at the end of Rebels with the Ahsoka, what's it called, Ahsoka the Grey or Ahsoka the White, and she's got that lovely, she's wearing her robe, and she's got like a staff, and you see Morai. And that would be a really good figure in the 3.75 and in the Black Series. A lot of Rebels fans and Ahsoka fans are really crying out. I feel a disturbance in the Force, as if millions of people were crying out for more variations of Ahsoka. Let's have a look at the next one. There's so much. Right, Armorer set, Ahsoka, Blurrg, Bo-Katan, Cobb Vanth. Imperial. No, I just did that one. Imperial Light Cruiser, playset, Mandalorian Season 3. We done Shriek-Hawk 4-pack. Alright, let's have a look at the retro collection. This is a weird one because they made a box set for the Acolyte, and this show has really divided. This is making me so mad because this show has divided Star Wars fans again, just like the prequels did, 7, 8, and 9. Disney, did you not learn your lesson from? Obviously, they haven't. What the hell is going on over there at Lucasfilm? Does anyone get the feeling that Jon Favreau already has either A, got 1 foot outside of the door, or he's already left Lucasfilm and he wants nothing more to do with Star Wars? That's what I feel like. I mean, we've heard nothing from him for such a long time. It's all about Kathleen Kennedy and the individual directors for each project. Dave Filoni gets lots of mention and praise. Jon Favreau's become a dirty word now. I mean, that guy single-handedly breathed life back into the franchise with Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2, all right? And then bringing Dave on and coaching him. And then you can, I mean, I feel that, behind the scenes, there's this horrible, nasty, office political battle going on. Kathleen Kennedy just wants to hold on to her position and double down on what she wants. And she surrounded herself with her cronies. She doesn't like the fact that Jon has become incredibly successful with what he did, creating the whole Din Djarin Grogu story, and then in the Book of Boba Fett, she completely ruins it by, hey, we'll just give Grogu back to Luke. What was the point of that? You ruined it. You ruined the whole frickin' story. We just went round in a circle for no reason. And Kenobi was a pile of horse dung as well. So, all these projects, I feel, Kathleen Kennedy, please step down. It's time. Please. If we keep going the way we are, Disney, the content will just, no one will be watching. I mean, there'll be literally no one watching Star Wars anymore. Someone will have to step in and buy Lucasfilm, buy it back. That's how bad it's getting. The Acolyte was a 5 out of 10, and a lot of people were saying it was awful. And the Skeleton Crew is the next thing to come along, and that's for kids. And then so the only thing we've got to look forward to is Andor Season 2, which, thank goodness, is 12 episodes. None of this, I hate it when they do the 8 episodes and it's really short. 8 episodes for season 2, and this is the last season. There's no more Andor after this. Okay, so Tony Gilroy will probably be gone, and he'll move on, and he'll do other projects. We need Lucasfilm. You need to hang on to your staff, the ones that have the most talent, i.e. Jon Favreau and Tony Gilroy. These guys are the ones that are making all the best stories, and not only just writing a great story, but actually the execution of it and putting it on screen and people going, oh my god, that was amazing. Okay, I'm just feeling really wound up at the moment because of the way just Star Wars is just going downhill again, and I feel like, did we just go round in a complete vicious cycle, Kathleen Kennedy? So we've got the Acolyte, the retro collection box. We've got 6 of them, and we also have this really weird mixed pack of the prequels, which is half the pack belong to Attack of the Clones and the other half belong to Revenge of the Sith. A lot of people, when they first saw it, went, that's really dumb, why would you do that? But now people are like, well, if that's the only choice between this and the Acolyte, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'll put, I respect all Star Wars fans. If you like the Acolyte, that's not a problem with me. I will still sell something. If you need it, it will go up on my store. But personally, I will not be collecting Acolyte stuff. I just don't see the point of it unless we get the Stranger or Darth Plagueis, because I want the Acolyte to be taken more seriously. It needs to be way darker, way more disturbing, and it just, Disney, this is very, compare that to The Mandalorian and compare that to Andor, and how gritty those shows were. They were very gritty, very dramatic. The acting was good. The script was really well written. The dialogue was fantastic. And now the Acolyte, you just feel, okay, am I in Disney World? Am I in Disneyland? This is just, it's too Disney. It's too Disney. Disney, you own Lucasfilm, but you need to allow Lucasfilm to be Lucasfilm and do what they do best, which is make Star Wars content, and stop it just feels like, I don't know how to explain it in words, but when you see something like the Acolyte, it reminds you of, am I watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Am I, is this Mary Poppins? I mean, that's classic Disney, right? But just because you own the franchise or you own the rights to something, doesn't mean you have to Disneyfy, or just, there's another word that I would use, but I'm not going to say it on here because I'll probably get into trouble. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And it's just infuriating me right now. I'm just getting so frustrated with Disney. I mean, all credit to Hasbro for sticking with it and trying to work with Disney and Lucasfilm and satisfy the toy collectors, when I know a lot of people are not satisfied with the media content. I mean, that's a really big challenge. Right, so the Vintage Collection, we also had Pipeline. Let's have a look at this one. I think this is the last thing. If I missed anything, you can put it in the comment section below. So for the Acolyte, we have Master Indara, and we have Your Neck Snap. We have, oh great, we have ISB Officer Dedra Mira. We've got, now I'm not sure about this one. It's a Mandalorian and it's got horns on the top. And I thought, oh, is that Moff Gideon? But it's not, is it? It's is that one of the loyalists from there's the Civil War in Mandalore, going back to the Clone Wars, and Maul was he killed, was it Pre Vizsla, and then he took over. So this is one of his gangsters. And then we've got a Phase 1 clone trooper, looks like it could be a 501st. We've got Kenobi from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. This is from the final scene where he meets Qui-Gon and goes off to learn how to be a Force spirit. Anything else? Oh, and there's 2 more, yes. Also from Ahsoka, Balin Skull and Shin, all right, are coming out in the Vintage Collection. So just so much to take in. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this video is already 30 minutes long, so that's enough. So what I'm going to do is, you guys, please write your comments below. How do you feel about this year's, like, because I feel like the standard, the level of like what we've been shown in 2024, it is light years above what we were shown in last year, the year before, the year before, the year before that. I feel Hasbro really have gone out of their way to come up with some new ideas and give us stuff that they should have given us in the past, and it's like they know it, and they're trying to reconcile themselves with the collectors almost. So what do you think? Right, don't forget to subscribe. The next video coming up, I will focus on the Black Series reveals, and oh boy, were they good too. Okay, so I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.